Good Friday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this April 24th. Here we go into the weekend, and after another chilly start this morning with temperatures in the 30s, some locations getting close enough to freezing that there could be some patchy frost like yesterday morning. Freeze warning is in effect for some of our northeastern counties over toward Rough River Lake, Green River Lake, Lake Cumberland area. But we already are seeing some clouds moving in ahead of our next storm system. And so temperatures from here on out will be going up. Those clouds acting as a blanket, and that will prevent us from getting any colder than what it is at the moment. We're at 34 degrees here in Bowling Green. The chilliest temperature that I'm seeing right now is up in Ohio County. It's at the freezing mark, 32 degrees at the Kentucky Mesonet site there in Hartford. 33 in Litchfield, 32 over in Taylor County near Campbellsville at the site there, 32 down in Cumberland County at the Mesonet site there in Burkesville. But it is in the 40s as soon as you get down to, say, Todd, Simpson, Allen counties, right there on the Tennessee border. It's in the 40s. So that's a warm front that will be lifting northward today as we go into the day. And that warmer air it's not going to warm us up all that much today, but as we get on into early Saturday, it will certainly warm us up, and it's going to be the perfect setup for the next storm system coming in with showers and thunderstorms and even a risk of severe storms once we get into Saturday afternoon and evening. But the cloud cover coming in early this morning, that's actually a good thing. That's going to help us not see too many freezing temperatures this morning. It may prevent a lot of those of you that have set out some plants early for the season. The bite may not be that bad this morning. 64 was the official high temperature yesterday in Bowling Green. 72 is the average, so that's an 8-degree difference. 38 was our low. 48 is where we should be on average. That's a 10-degree difference. A year ago, we had a high of 68 and a low of 41 back in 2014. And, of course, no rainfall during the past 24 hours. We're holding at 8.8 inches of rain for the month of April. And that still puts us as fifth wettest of all time for Bowling Green, Kentucky. But it looks like we're going to add to that maybe another 3/4 to a half inch of rain, or 1 inch of rain, I should say. Half inch, 3/4, maybe up to an inch in some cases. And that would put us maybe fourth as far as the list of all-time wettest Aprils. So let's get things set up for you. Today, we should be rain-free. Now, we're going to see clouds on the increase, and as I mentioned already this morning, cloud cover is moving in ahead of our storm system. This is all actually ahead of a warm front that will be moving in overnight tonight and early Saturday morning. So, increasing clouds today, but dry, but it will be a few degrees warmer than yesterday. We'll see a high of 67, southeast winds at 7 miles per hour. Then for tonight, we're looking at a 90% chance that you will get rained on. Showers and thunderstorms becoming likely, especially as we get into this evening and overnight. 54. Now, we're not expecting any of the thunderstorms tonight to be severe. These will be your general rumbles of thunder, a flash of lightning, a good downpour of rain. Not much more than that. I think the instability here will be on the low side, but just enough instability to pop a thunderstorm. So I don't think we'll have any severe weather worries really overnight tonight. Now, once that warm front lifts north of us tomorrow, Then we will be in the warm sector. In other words, area of low pressure off to the north, then the warm front extending into central Kentucky, and then the cold front back to our west. So we will be in that warm sector of air. Southwesterly winds, breezy at times, pushing in the Gulf moisture ahead of the cold front. That's the perfect setup, especially for this time of the year, for a few strong to severe thunderstorms. We are under that slight risk, and as I have explained here before, but for those of you that may have missed that explanation, the Storm Prediction Center this year upgraded their levels or categories of severe weather risk. There were only 3 before, now there are 5. We at WBKO have opted not to go along with the 5. So from time to time, you will hear from other places, other networks. You'll hear things like enhanced risk, marginal risk, and all this other new stuff, which is really confusing. So we've chosen to keep it simple because it really doesn't change anything. There is a slight risk of severe storms over much of southern Kentucky tomorrow. So we're just going to say slight risk. There is, you'll see a different color maybe. If you watch the Weather Channel or watch other stations, they may go, well, there's an enhanced risk over. Well, what does that mean to you? That means nothing. It means nothing, and it's confusing. And it really doesn't change what the outcome. So we are choosing not to go with the more confusing wording. And it's up to us. It's an optional thing. So it's not like we're breaking any rules or any laws or anything like that. It's just sometimes I feel like these things are done to they say that it makes it more efficient and more better. But really, when it comes down to it, it makes it even more confusing for you. They're not really keeping you in mind when they make these changes. Thank you, government. But anyway, we're under a slight risk of severe weather for Saturday, and that's where we're going to keep it. 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms likely. We'll have around early in the morning, overnight, early morning as the warm front comes through. And then we'll have that period of time, and you've seen it here before, when we get a round of storms in the morning, and then we wait. That's when the winds will pick up, and maybe even some sunshine will come out. And that will have everything to do with what happens next. As you've seen it before, if we have sunshine come out, that aids in the instability. In other words, the sun's energy heats up the surface of the earth, and that causes more what we call buoyancy in the atmosphere, that up and down motion that helps create the stronger thunderstorms. So, as the cold front approaches from our west Saturday afternoon and evening, kind of acting like like a forklift or a scoop, it's going to help lift that air as it punches in. And if there's lots of instability ahead of the front, which we think there will be some moderate instability, then we could see stronger thunderstorms. Some of those may be becoming severe. Now, the main threat that we're looking at, if these become severe, would be damaging wind and large hail. There is a small tornado threat. We say that every time, just because there is always that possibility, especially on the leading edge of a line of intense thunderstorms, that some of those could have an amount of spin enough to spawn a brief tornado. It is a possibility tomorrow afternoon and evening, but that all depends on how much instability that we get in between the morning thunderstorms and what happens tomorrow evening. So just be on your guard. Keep your NOAA weather radios turned on. I will be here all day tomorrow covering this, and I will break in if necessary, and we'll live stream to WBKO.com so that on your phone, on your tablet, all you have to do is go to WBKO.com And if there's a lot of warnings going on, then we will live stream. But if there's just a general warning here and there, and it's not a big deal, and it's not tornadoes and things like that, we will not live stream. That's kind of the rule of thumb that we go by. So when there's a lot of widespread severe weather breaking out, we will go to the live stream, and you can watch us on any device live. If there's not a lot of activity going on, it looks like it's just going to be general thunderstorms, maybe a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, we will not live stream. It's just kind of we just kind of have to judge it by the way the storms are behaving, and then we'll make that judgment call as necessary. But just be prepared tomorrow afternoon and evening in case. Now, everything should begin to pull out very early Sunday morning. Skies will clear, and it will be cooler behind the front. We'll see a high of 64. Did I mention 77 will be the high on Saturday? That's a lot warmer, but then the cold front comes through, cooler on Sunday. Monday, sunshine, 66. Tuesday, mostly sunny, 67, but a chance of a late shower Tuesday evening into early Wednesday morning. Then clearing, high of 69. Then Thursday, mostly sunny and 73. All right, that will do it for this edition of the podcast. God bless you as always, and thank you so much for listening. Have a great weekend. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, streaming live to the WBKO app and to WBKO.com.